Welcome everyone to another episode where we read the Morning Brew. It's March 28th and let's get started. Good morning. In case you didn't watch the Academy Awards last night or managed to avoid the internet entirely, Will Smith strode onto the stage and slapped Chris Rock in the face after the comedian made a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Smith later won the award for Best Actor, and tears streamed down his face, revealed that Denzel Washington just told him, "At your highest moment, be careful because that's when the devil comes for you." And if you guys did not see Will Smith smack Chris Rock in the face, you gotta go watch that video. It's all over the internet. I think everyone was super surprised that happened. I don't know if it was staged or there was a purpose behind it, but that was very interesting. And the Nasdaq, S&P, the Dow, everything looks like it is just down today. And we've had a green market, so it's surprising that Bitcoin is up. Look at it, it's green. And we also got oil up and the 10-year, which is always fun to watch, right? But markets. After falling for the first 2 months of the year, U.S. stocks are in a position to notch the first monthly gain in March. Also, don't look now, but Bitcoin is back to being positive for the year. And every time I see stuff like this, it makes me wonder why I did not average down on my positions. I always hate that I don't do that, right? But I gotta start doing that. Ukraine. President Biden gave a forceful speech in Poland denouncing Russia President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, but made the biggest waves for outliving the line, "For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power." Later, officials grabbed their Swiffers and cleaned up, saying that the U.S. was not advocating for regime change in Russia or anywhere else. And one of the cool things about taking some time off from the stock market on the weekends is that you don't read about this stuff. Honestly, I left Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm back Monday morning. I did not hear anything about the UK, and not even like on the regular televisions, which was interesting. So streaming's Hollywood's takeover is complete. Don't let the slap distract you from the business history that was made at the Oscars last night. CODA became the first film distributed by a streaming service to win the award for Best Picture. Apple TV paid a record $25 million for the movie, which follows the only hearing member of a deaf family after it romped through the Sundance Film Festival last January. With this victory, Apple puts its finishing touches on an industry makeover that's been happening for years. Armed with Godzilla-sized content budgets and a built-in audience of tens of millions of subscribers, streaming services have outmaneuvered Hollywood's legacy studios and charted a future for movies in which the small screen is just as important, if not more, than the big one. Consider this: half of the 10 nominees for Best Picture were a streaming service or premiered simultaneously in theaters and at home. While Apple's win is a milestone for streaming, Netflix is probably irked it didn't get there first. The company was the most nominated studio for the past 3 Academy Awards and has been lobbying for a Best Picture win for at least 4. Netflix, The Power of the Dog, was a favorite to win the category going into the night. So where does this leave the movies? Some argue that the growth of streaming services will ultimately dissolve any existing divisions between television and cinema. Others say that the movie theater will exclusively become the domain for superheroes, reboots, and other guaranteed moneymakers that don't exactly push the medium forward artistically. If you compare a list of the 10 highest grossing movies at the US box office in 2021 with the 10 movies that were nominated for Best Picture, you'll find zero overlap. The 10 Best Pictures nominated together earned about 25% of Spider-Man's No Way Home domestic box office haul. And this is crazy, you guys. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this because I still love going to the movies. Going to the movies is so much fun. But I wonder if the next generation likes going to the movies. Do young kids like going to the movies, or is that just dying? Because if it's dying, I feel kind of sad because going to the movies is an experience and I love going. But I don't know if the young kids are going anymore. The movie theater's been kind of empty lately, but I don't know if it's because of COVID, but whatever. So the Peacocks lost. St. Peter's, the Cinderella story of the men's college basketball tournament, got turned into a pumpkin by North Carolina. The Final Four should still be very fun though, featuring college hoops, Blue Bloods, Villanova, Kansas, North Carolina, and Duke. The women's Final Four will be finalized tonight. Taylor Hawkins died at 50. The beloved Foo Fighters drummer was in Colombia on the band's world tour when he died in a hotel in Bogota, Colombia. Authorities said they found traces of 10 substances, including opioids and marijuana, in Hawkins' system, but they didn't say whether those drugs were linked to his death. And I actually saw this over the weekend, and I thought it was very sad, you guys. Foo Fighters, big band, and I actually like a couple of their songs, so I think this really sucks, you guys. The guy was 50 is such a young age. It really sucks that that happened. Shanghai goes quiet. China is attempting its biggest citywide lockdown since the pandemic began. It'll lock down the financial hub of Shanghai, population 25 million, into different stages over 9 days to allow for mass COVID testing. Businesses will feel the pinch. Tesla plans to suspend production at its Shanghai factory for at least 1 day. And honestly, you guys, can we just get over COVID? I think everyone is done with it. I feel like no one even cares about it in the US anymore. No one's even talking about it. Like, it's just a topic no one wants to hear about. And I can understand. I don't want to hear about it no more. I think we're done with it. So, billionaires reacting to Biden's new tax proposal. And you got to love this picture right here of the new Batman because he's rich. That's why they put him. And you got to love, this is why I love the Morning Brew, because they put interesting memes, or they can relate to today's current financial topics to things that people actually understand, right? Like younger people, I guess. Not I'm saying that it's about to be older or anything. I'm just saying, this is the next generation of news right here. So President Biden is tired of the Bruce Waynes of the world paying lower tax rates than us regular Gotham residents. So he's introducing a billionaire's minimum income tax as part of his 2023 budget. It's the first time that Biden has directly called for a wealth tax. The proposal would require U.S. households worth more than $100 million to pay at least 20% in tax on their income. Controversially, this covers both traditional income and unrealized gains on investments, which are how billionaires manage to minimize their tax obligations in the first place. In the current system, you only pay capital gains tax once a asset is sold. To the billionaires worried you'll have to fly commercial, if you already pay at least 20% in income tax, you're in the clear. If you're short, you'll need to top it to hit the threshold. The aim of the minimum tax is to raise a lot of money from the least amount of people possible. The White House said the plan would affect 20,000 households, but bring in $360 billion in revenue over 10 years. That's roughly 2 times the amount of money raised by lifting the top tax bracket from 37% to 39.6%. And honestly, you guys, if you're making more than 100 million, I doubt a 20% tax is gonna hurt you guys. No one needs 100 million to survive. That's so much money. That could help out so many families. That's so much money. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I guess I'm not rich, so I don't have those problems, right? But that's a commercial. What's happening this week? Let's see. Jobs report. This month's jobs report has been eclipsed by inflation data as a must-see economic event each month. Though Wall Street will be paying close attention when it drops on Friday, economists predict that 460 jobs were added in March and the unemployment rate tricked down to 3.7. Booster 2.0. The FDA could authorize a second booster shot for some U.S. adults early this week. The Biden administration is reportedly considering making a fourth shot available to everyone age 50 and older. Budget incoming. President Biden will send his fiscal 2023 budget to Congress today, along with the minimum tax for billionaires. He will request $813.3 billion in national security spending, a 4% bump from last year's projection. And everything else is Blue Origins will launch its fourth crewed mission in space on Tuesday. April Fool's is on Friday. Brands, don't even think about it. Ramada begins on Saturday. And key performance indicators, so stats. COVID vaccinations have fallen to the lowest level since the first days of the vaccine rollout, the Washington Post found. Fewer than 182,000 people per day are getting vaccinated, down from 692,000 in early February. And it's not because we've run out of people to vax. Only 65.4% of Americans are fully vaccinated, and only 44% have gotten a booster. And here's a quote. I'm fine with opinion, conservative opinion, liberal opinion, but when people start to question the truth, who won the 2020 election? Was January 6th an insurrection? I found that unsustainable. And longtime Fox News host Chris Wallace explained to the New York Times why he left the network for a new show on CNN+. I just no longer feel comfortable with the programming at Fox, he said. And if you guys haven't seen that movie, I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Bombshell or something like that, but it was about Fox. Great movie. I loved watching it, about the sex scandals and all that stuff. It was a great movie. You guys got to watch it if you have not seen it. And I let a baby bird nest in my hair for 84 days. That person has nothing better to do. I would never do that. So what else is brewing? The UK government said it raised 67 million in cryptocurrency donations and had deployed about 34 million of those funds as of last week. And El Salvador declared a state of emergency following a wave of gang-related killings over the weekend. I swear, this is just sad. I don't know why Salvador just cannot get it together. But then again, Mexico can't either, so I can't really say anything. But Elon Musk said he's seriously considering starting a social media platform. And honestly, if he started one, that would be crazy. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will join. People love this guy. And that LinkedIn profile pic may be a computer-generated fake. And I wouldn't doubt it, you guys. Go on Tinder, go on any dating app. You will find so many pictures that are so fake. But that was this week's edition of the Morning Brew, or más bien the Monday edition, right? So if you enjoyed me reading this to you guys, I love reading the news, and I figure why not turn on my camera and read it with you guys. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see me read more stuff for you guys. So peace out.